But anyway, my dad was a very quiet man.
Yeah.
I mean, I remind myself of him because I remember there'd be a group of people and he was always to the side. And I notice I do the same thing. I'll I'll socialize for just a little time and then I'll find a little corner, get a book, go off by myself. Not meaning anything by it, just I don't know.
Yeah.
And Dad was the same way.
Yeah.
And that's the way Junior is.
But your mom was more talkative. And
Yeah, Mom was real sociable. I don't know what kind of relationship my parents had. I was telling somebody the other day that I never knew my mother as a woman. And you were as my mom. She was just my mama. Even as an adult, I don't remember wondering about her, what she felt, what she thought. But I just remember them fighting one time. And that was because my dad had been drinking and he had come home and he wanted to leave again. Mom was trying to stop him. And I remember them arguing and him like pushing her away. That was the only time they fought. I don't remember them fighting. I remember him drinking and my mother not liking it.
Did they both speak English?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dad was fluent. He even had an accent. Not a Mexican accent, like a white person
Like a
accent.
Southern?
Yes. Yeah, he did, Annie.
What would he do, like, for work?
He was he worked at this big cotton mill, and they have the big machines. He used to repair them. He was the one that repaired them. He worked there. I don't know when they came to Houston. I don't know what year. I should ask my brother because he's the one that knows. But I told you right when they came from San Antonio that it was my mother, my father, and I don't know if my brother was born in San Antonio. And then my mother's younger siblings, which was Uncle Bobby, Tia Tony, and Tia Bertha. They were the younger ones that were still unmarried. And my grandmother, my mother's mother. I think they all came with her because why else would they be here? They're all here in Houston. So I figure they all came with my mom. And when my mom came, and the others stayed over there. And I forgot where I was going, Annie. I was going somewhere with that. I lost track. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know where. I remember now. My dad, when he came from San Antonio, his brother had been here in Houston, my dad's brother, and told him, I guess he wrote to him and told him that there was jobs over here for him to come over here to Houston, and that's why they came. I heard that story somewhere. And when they got here, he got this job. Fíjate? And that was the only job he had that many years. He must have been in his 20s, maybe his middle 20s.
Yeah.
My dad.
So he had it for like 40 years.
When he came and he stayed one time he quit because that's when they found that he had tuberculosis. And at the cotton mill there was a lot of dust, I guess. So when he came out of the hospital, he was in there about I'd say a year and a half. I'm really not sure. He was cured from the TB, and they told him not to go back to work there. That it was better if he didn't. So he got this job at a welding company that they did welding, but he didn't like it. So he went back to the cotton mill. So that couple of years that he was out, but then he went back and that's where he retired from there. And I remember him talking about his bosses. And yeah, he was the main guy to repair the machines. And he stayed there all his, like, So yeah, he had that job for all those years. Yeah, and he spoke English fluently, and they both read. Both of them were they used to read all the time. My dad more than my mom.
Did your mom ever do any work, or was she always took care of the house? Or?
Oh yeah, she never. The only time I remember her having a job was when my dad was in the hospital. She had to get a job,
Yeah.
and I remember she was still young. She was in her early 40s. I saw a picture of her. Somebody has a picture of her. I forget where I saw it. She was pretty. My mom was pretty. She was a pretty woman, and she was in her 40s when I guess when Dad went. Okay, I was born. I forget. I know when I was born. I forget when my mother was born. I think 2012. 1912. Yeah, maybe 1812. So that means I was born in 40. Take away 2, 38. She wasn't 38. 28 when I was born.
You were born in 1940? So yeah, she would have been in
28.
She would have been born in 1912.
Yeah, 28. Shit. Damn it! Don't move me off the track. I'll forget where the hell I was going.
She was because I was asking you if she ever worked. You said no. What? I don't remember.
I'm trying to figure out how old she was when Dad went into the hospital. If she was 20, I figured she was 28 when I was born. Say 14 years later.
From her being 28?
From 28 to, that's 38, 42. Okay, so she was 42 when my dad came out of the hospital.
Okay.
And Esther is the youngest, so Esther must have been 12, 13. Anyway, Annie, she got pregnant. She probably thought she wouldn't get pregnant because she was already 42.
With Uncle Johnny?
No, with the baby.
Who, Esther?
My mother.
Oh, Mario. Was it Mario? Who was the baby?
Oh, she died and she was stillborn.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know Mama had a baby? She was still... Yeah. When Dad came out of the hospital and she got pregnant, I remember she was telling one of her sisters that the doctor told her she was pregnant, and she told him, no, she wasn't. She couldn't be pregnant, and the doctor told her, well, there's a baby in there. Yeah, she was, I figured 38, right?
Yeah.
No, 42. She was 42. And anyway, yeah, and my mother always suffered from gallstones. And she was always get in a lot of pain. She would get pain. So when she was pregnant, and they would give her pain medicine and that killed the baby. The baby died. So can you imagine Annie carrying a baby that wasn't alive anymore?
Do you know how long she carried it for?
After she knew the baby was...
Well, when did she find out the baby had died? Was it still in her?
She was pregnant. And she had to go, they told her she had to go the full term.
Really?
So that baby was born, and she was already formed.
Wow.
It was a little girl, they named her Joanne.
I didn't know that.
We named, she asked me what I wanted to name her, and I told her Joanne. She named her Joanne. She's right here at the Hollywood Cemetery. You know where that's at?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know? Oh, yeah. So she would be 15 years
Younger
than me. She would be 65. Yeah.
But you're not the youngest, are you?
Esther.
Okay.
Esther would have turned 81 in January.
So you were 15 when it happened?
Huh?
You were 15 when it
Yeah.
happened?
Joanne Anguiano, and it has a date and everything.
Who's she by? Is she by anyone?
No, she's by herself.
That's sad.
I'm trying to remember. Because I saw the date on the thing, and I figured I must have been 15 when it happened.
Yeah. Was she real upset? I mean, I'm sure that was hard for her.
For my mom, oh gosh, see, honey, I didn't. What do you know when you're 15? You don't.
Yeah, you didn't understand.
So I didn't know how she must have felt terrible, and carrying that baby like that. Like Mandy has a friend, and it's her first baby. It was her first baby, and they told her that the baby was already dead, and she had to carry it full term. Yeah, mom did that. And I remember my brother, his wife, was pregnant with her first baby, which is Christine.
Oh, okay. So Aunt Mary.
Yeah. My sister-in-law was pregnant when my mother was pregnant, but my mother was due before. And I remember my mother had she had sewed all these little things for her baby. And she gave them to my sister-in-law. I remember that much. Yeah, that's why
I'm sure.
See, like me, I said it, but then my mother, she was only 67 when she died, and she was young. And I don't remember sitting and talking to her the way me and Margaret talk, and I'll say kinds of stuff, maybe how I feel about something. And she never did. But then it was a different generation. It was a different time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I've gotten so weepy, Annie. Now I think about stuff and it makes me cry. Where before it didn't. It wouldn't make me cry. Now maybe because I value things more. I don't know. I get weepy. I don't know. That happens. Why does it have to happen when you're older, Annie? Why can't you value things as you're growing up?